Here's one of the biggest mistakes people make when thinking about their goals. They don't think about their people. In other words, we don't realize that the people around us are affecting our success. We as humans are very emotionally contagious. So if we're around people who are toxic or difficult or don't support us, that directly affects our ability to achieve our goals. And so I want to do one of the most powerful exercises that will help you achieve your goals, and it's getting rid of toxic people. So I call this your people circles. Are you ready? So get out a pen and paper. We're going to do this together. So first, I want you to draw two circles on your piece of paper. Oh gosh, my ability to draw a circle is not perfect. But there you go. You can see it. So circle within a circle, just like that. Okay, we are going to do 3 levels of people. There are people in your inner circle. There are people who you kind of know, they're acquaintances, and then there are people who are outside of your circles. So first, I want you to think of the 10 people you interact with most. Where would they go? Let's actually start with your inner circle. Your inner circle is reserved for people who you are absolutely closest to. These are the people who you think about every day. Maybe you see them every day. I don't say that always because, like, if you have a long distance partner or you call your parents every day, they would still be in your inner circle even if you don't see them every day. But these are people who are you're most close to, you're most intimate with. They know your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your desires. By the way, don't trick yourself. There are sometimes people who we think about every day, but they don't know us very well. So these are people who both you see or think about every day and also know you. They could easily answer the question, what gets you up in the morning? What are you most excited about? And they could easily answer the question, what keeps you up at night? What do you worry about? So that's a little check. So think about those people. I'm going to draw a little dot with their name. So I would say my husband, Scott, is in my inner circle. And I would even say my daughters, Claire and Sienna. Now they're really little, but if Claire could talk, I think she would know my greatest excitements and worries. So my inner circle is pretty small. There's probably should not be more than 3 or 4 people in the inner circle. And it's okay if you don't have anyone in your inner circle. If this is you, I'm going to help you build those connections. So if you don't have anyone, that's also okay. All right, your next circle is going to have most of your people. These are the people who we interact with on a daily or weekly basis. They're people who affect your to-do list. These are people who affect your productivity, your motivation, your success. They affect the way that you think about the world. They might be in your motivations and excitement, and they might be in your worries. So I want you to put those little dots around there. The closer to your, if you want to get really specific, the closer to your circle, the more intimate, maybe, people who are on the edge or people who you're not as close to. So I want you to write those out. And this last one is, these are for acquaintances in your circle who just immediately pop into your head as maybe people who you want to be closer, but you're not close with yet. So this could be a friend of a friend who you really have been clicking with, or this could be, like, for example, my friend Holly, if you're watching this, we're not that close, but like, I adore you. You're one of my friends of friends. And so I would put you right here because I want you to come a little bit in. So this is some people that you want to be closer to, but you're not that close with yet. It also could be colleagues that you've kind of seen from afar and been like, I think we could be friends. I think that could be my person. It could be clients or people who you want to build more rapport with. So anyone outside or people who you're not really close with, but you want to be closer to. Now, this is the most important part of this exercise. I want you to draw arrows next to each person. If this person you want to get closer to, you're going to draw an arrow in, right? So for Holly, I would draw an arrow in. I want her to come in from my outer circle to my inner circle. If you're like, I don't really like this person, they are not supporting my goals, I do not feel good around them, I want you to draw an arrow out. So that could be picking someone you're like, I need more boundaries. I don't want them in my inner circles. I want them out. So I want you to draw arrows out. If there are people who you're not sure, you're like, I don't know. Do we know each other? Are we friends? Do I have fun with them? These are called ambivalent relationships, and they are actually the most damaging. Research has proven that our ambivalent relationships drain us the most. So ambivalent people are people where you see their name on your calendar or you see their name pop up on your phone and you're like, like you're not quite sure how you feel about them. Or they're people where you're with them and you think, was that mean? Was that passive aggressive? Does this person really support me? Those are ambivalent people. And so if you have an ambivalent person, I want you to draw a question mark next to that dot. Don't put an arrow in or out. You need to do more research. Here is my goal for you in the next 20 days. In the next 20 days, I want you to answer all your question marks. Figure out, are those in people or are they out people? And then I also want you to start setting boundaries around your out people. Anyone who has an arrow out, say no. Set up a boundary, cancel those plans. Decide that you're going to take more space for yourself around people who take from you. And replace all those outs with the ins, right? So as you move the wrong people out, you have space to move the right people in. So reach out to each one of those in arrows and ask them to spend time with you. When you're thinking about your goals, when you're thinking about your success, the people you spend time with are greatly affecting how you achieve those goals. I want you to do this exercise. If you want to, the next step is to join me in my New Year's workshop. It's a free live webinar I'm doing. So this is getting us ready for that webinar of moving people in and out. We're going to be talking about a lot about your goals and the science of goals. So join me in my free goal setting class. It's live. It's open to the public. I'm going to be taking questions and answers. And I'm going to be going through my 3-step goal setting framework. We'll be taking everything we're doing here and bringing it into even more science and activation. I cannot wait to see you in class.